Welcome to The Spot on Urban Real Estate. I'm Ian Watt. So you found your perfect place. The price is right, the size is doable, and the bank says you can buy it. So what's the next step? The next step, you should speak with a qualified inspector. So today, we're sitting down with James Dobney to find out what happens on a condo inspection and how it's important to you.
When we do condos, and different companies handle it differently, some will only do the interior of the unit. That's pretty limited, and obviously you're right, if you're doing a 550 square foot condo, it still takes the time, and we still do a detailed inspection of any indications of structural problems, the heating, plumbing, electrical, the mechanical systems. So we're doing that, but in addition to that, what our inspectors do is an overview of the building. So they'll go through the underground parking. If there's roof access, they'll go on the roof. And probably the most important of all is they'll look at the exterior of the building. Now obviously we can't be drilling holes or doing the kinds of things that they do in a building envelope report, but what our inspectors are commenting on are potential for problems. Does it look like a risky building? And also, and probably very important thing that clients, we ask them to do is go through the minutes and highlight anything that they have a question about. So if there's issues with maintenance or problems in the building, they highlight that and bring it to the inspection, and our inspector will go through that with them. And a pre-listing inspection is an inspection that we do for a vendor. So they're in a position where they're thinking of listing their house or their condo. They want to know what the condition of it is before they have a buyer come and have a buyer's inspection done on the property. The advantage of having that done is that it gives them the knowledge of what the condition of their house is. And they can make repairs, they can adjust the price accordingly, they can disclose what the issues are, and they're much less likely to have a buyer go through, follow their inspector around, and then turn around and say, well, the roof is worn out, we'd like to take off the cost of a new roof. If you've already told them that, you can have estimates sitting there and say, well, yes, we know the roof needs to be replaced. These estimates range from $5,000 to $10,000. We've adjusted the price accordingly. Definitely. And really, what we're doing when we do, mostly you're talking about condos, although houses could fall into this category as well. Because we're doing a visual inspection, we're not taking things apart. A lot of our comments are based on probabilities. Our inspectors have a lot of experience looking at buildings, and they can look at a building and say, well, this building has little or no overhang protection, what's called a face-sealed stucco system, which means that if water does get in, it can lead to serious consequences. It has a lot of exposure to wind-driven rain, so it gets wet a lot. And the system that's in place now doesn't have any way of managing that water. So that would be a high-risk building. Other buildings we'll look at, and that can be either condos or houses, the design is such that it doesn't tend to get as wet. So it has some overhang protection. If it has a rain screen, there's a system for managing the water. It may have vinyl siding instead of stucco, which is, you can still have problems, but it's less likely to be a problem. And I think what our clients are looking for is, how does this building compare to a building of a similar age and design? Is it more likely to be a problem, less likely to be a problem? And as home inspectors, we can't eliminate all risk for somebody, but we can certainly reduce their risk. We can make their potential for buying a good building, a good house, a good condo, one that performs well, much better.
To contact James Dobney or to learn more about his services, please visit our website at ianwatt.ca. That's all the time we have for today. Please join us next time on The Spot on Urban Real Estate.